What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Juventus Football Manager 2022 Rebuild series. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. That will be greatly appreciated. So, Season 3. I have a good feeling about this one. You could take a look at who we've sold. We'll go quickly to see the guys that we released and all that kind of stuff. The free transfers, only really one notable name from the first team, and that was Rabiot to Inter. You might, again, I remember talking about it, saying, oh, maybe you could have sold him for a bit of money. But when they get to that point, they're not even listening to a contract, and you can't get them on again for another year, or, you know, when you make a contract offer, it's more than just a single year. But that's something we've thought about this year with some players. But he's gone out. He's not a bad player, but he struggled a bit for us to be a star. And of course, our free signing there, but we'll just go into the all transfers now. And there was none of those. You know how sometimes they'll be in the previous season, but there really wasn't. As you can see, 2023, they were all the 2020, they were all January. Yeah, they were all on the 1st. So none were like that in this season, which was good. So we'll focus on this. And you'll definitely see a few names. We'll sort by, for the outs, we'll sort by the fee, so you guys can see some notable players going out. There was this ironic one as well for McKennie. Newcastle United, a crazy bid. I'm like, sure, I would have loved that money, but Newcastle, like, class players just don't want to listen to them. They'll have that response maybe in real life. They'll be like, they're not interested in joining Newcastle United. So yeah, that would be interesting. But in terms of the deals that actually went through, Arthur, 52 million to Manchester City. I was pretty happy we negotiated that fee. Like, he's solid. And, oh yes, you may notice it's a bit different with the face packs. So I downloaded an update version of the DF11 that I was using, and yeah, they look a bit different, but it didn't update. They were like the same. So yeah, I downloaded the file. So yeah, all right, let's delete it. Put the sorted out the cutout face packs, because I had them in already as well. The other ones were just overriding it. So yeah, because they take a few hours to like go over to your files and that, so it can be a bit of a frustrating process. But Arthur, yeah, I think 52 million, I think we just use that money for the replacements pretty well. Like, the money, like, going out 91 million and coming in, yeah, that's we spent a bit more, but yeah, we spent our budget and what we sold a bit too. So Bentancur, let's talk about this situation. Like I mentioned, he was one that was going to want to leave at the end of his contract. I'm like, all right, mate, I'm going to sell you then. I don't want to have another situation where you end up just going on a free. I'll sell you now. And there was interest, so I thought we could do that. And Ravala, who wasn't really much of a first-team player anyway, if we go to the history, like, not much at all. They signed him, then they put him into the reserve team and put him back. Yeah, Sevilla, they're going to have to make up their mind clearly where they want this lad. That is for sure. Because, of course, we're heading into the 23-24 season. So, yeah, as you can see there. I wonder if they'll use him. Not much. It doesn't matter now. But yeah, off previous seasons, or the previous season. And yeah, we sold, like, these just a few reserve guys. Let's show you. We'll go home. Pending transfers. I was in the red. I was in the red with the wage budget. That's because we're just over the line there. We dropped the transfer budget as much as we can. So these were just little fees. Like, we were just trying to ship out reserve players. Solberg, you might say he's got a little bit of potential, but he's not. We want to win the Champions League this season, lads. Like, we want to go after it. But yeah, I'm not going to go through all these individuals. So a lot of guys, free transfers, some loans as well. Like, if we just switch that, loan signings. A bunch there, but yeah, they're not first team guys. They were just to lower the wage. It was a small amount by small amount, because, like, look, little fees. Same with those other smaller signings as well, like under $1 million, along with that $1 million one as well, just to sneak out of the red of the wage budget. And we got there after our finalizing signings. Some big names, so let's go through them. So obviously, you guys know, like, we just made like 3 big signings. The other 2, they were on loan. So they were on loan for 2 seasons. Locatelli and Kian. Endior, he's we signed him on a free transfer. 19 years old. He's one of those who's a youngster, but he's probably not going to be a superstar. But I think he could be rotation in the first team at his absolute best. I just see him as a decent prospect, very good physically. Like, he's got a little bit of pace and he's strong too. Good height. So yeah, he's a really intriguing prospect. But I don't know if he's going to make the grade. But for a free transfer, wait, what's his value again? Yeah, nothing extensive. So I don't know. He's a guy we'll make too much profit on. We're just going to see in the first place. Locatelli, this is something where we do not really need to say too much because being a player we've had at the team, same with Kien. Again, if any, the thing you'll just see different face packs here because we switched that up for the reason I said. But they're both probably going to have solid seasons again. But this is what we're waiting for. You see, that was a little bit after where we got Verratti. So I was approaching, thinking about... See, because that was before Artur. And then, yeah, it kind of tied in. You can see the dates and which signings were tied into that. But yeah, Pedri, first and foremost, we were going into window wanting to get a good advanced playmaker. Someone good to play in the centre midfield position. Wonder kid in Pedri. He's a star. Pedri is a star. We have no questions over that. Like, when we say we're signing world-class or class players, just that description, he's there. And I always say he's going to be a star for 10 years. Probably up to 15, to be honest, with his natural fitness and his overall quality. And then I guess we'll cover the clauses as well, so you guys know everything. We'll have to be going out. I like there's one still for Pogba. What is Juventus? 3 million if United win the Champions League. So we don't need to worry about that then. And Cristiano Ronaldo, it's winning the potential money there, but not really potential, if we're going to be honest. But anyway, where we were looking here, you see Pedri, there's like 10% on next fee, all these little things there. I put that in because, rebuild, we're not going to plan to sell him. So a few of those, yeah, we don't look to abuse him too much of the time, but we add some, 50% of profit not being sold. Camavinga, 50% of profit. Yeah, we'd be, because I really think we can go for the Champions League this season. So could have put a couple of those in. But then we go over to Camavinga, who was just that straight fee of 70 million. So high wage, but again, he's coming. I thought we'd sign one at like centre mid that will play advanced playmaker, and the DM. The DM, Camavinga, 20 years old, another wonder kid. Pedri, Camavinga. Wonder kids in succession here. So that sorts out that, centre part of the park within the midfield. And then we finalise things. And this is where we just crept over the line. And I was happy with what we could do. I think that was, if we go by the date, Artur... Yeah, like by the final ones. Who was the last biggest one? Yeah, it was Bentancur was the final one. Artur was a bit earlier, so it was like we weighed up our options and saw Verratti after we sold Bentancur. So we kept that in mind. And we just got over the line. And Marco Verratti, of course, he's Italian as well. So I think he fits in. I know his natural fitness isn't the greatest, 12. So he'd be on the verge of going down maybe after this season. Hopefully this season doesn't drop too much. But he's got such great technicals and mentals. He's still a class player, has 3-star ability, but that really beefs up that centre part of the part. Look at that. If you go from Camavinga to Verratti, Foden, McKennie, Locatelli, Pedri, there's some names there. And yeah, I think we can be a real threat. I think we're good enough for Champions League this season. I think how our squad is sitting after all those moves, and if you can just judge of our abilities, a couple of 2-star guys still there, but they're backups. They're pure backups, and I think their price tags, you wouldn't get much great quality for them anyway. And they're guys that can still say, we're pointing out kind of like Carboni and KO George here. They're in their early 20s. So they could probably improve a little bit more. It's not a bad squad. I hate when you have like a suspension off the last season. Sometimes how it works out. And guys, Szczesny, there was actually a bid we negotiated about 17 million. You can see asking prices there. But we just couldn't get. We almost had a target. I feel like, okay, we'll go into it, but it didn't happen. And it was kind of why I ended up cancelling the deal. Is it transfer value? It would have been about the same for Neuer. But I offered, like even more than that, 20 million after my first bids were rejected. and they just didn't accept it. So I'm like, that's lying. That was a bit frustrated. But then he just picked up an injury from 7 weeks to 10, and maybe we escaped, and maybe that was a blessing in disguise. The FM was helping us there. You never know. So yeah, there was no one else of a similar quality. But that would have been a bit of an upgrade. 2 old goalkeepers, but Neuer, you would say, a better quality than Szczesny, if we don't just judge off the ratings there. So yeah, maybe a blessing in disguise. I wouldn't say Neuer generally is trouble with injuries, but maybe it's just his age catching up with him now. But yeah, let's go to tactical meeting. It's just, what a way to kick things off. AC Milan, being 2 contenders, we've been kind of going at it with AC Milan for the fight for the top of the league. So now we have a little bit of an issue. Obviously, Cairns, we haven't switched up our striker positions there. Unfortunately, De Ligt can't play, but of course, this is where we've got Demiral, Bonucci. We've got names there. Even Demiral had interest himself, but he didn't have interest in leaving. But yeah, De Ligt, we're just going to fill up the subs here. So we would fill up every position if De Ligt wasn't suspended. What I mean, every position on the pitch, of course, but on the bench. So maybe that tells me we can upgrade a couple of the youth guys with that bit of potential into the first team instead of thinking, oh, we needed to sign someone else or for a bit more backup. We're good there. But now we take a look. Damsgaard, this is where there's DM. Obviously, who we brought in for that was Camavinga. You see Ruggeri and Chiesa. There's good connections there. Yeah, Foden will start. McKennie, funnily enough, we talked about him. And Verratti. We signed Pedri. We've got our midfield. I feel like we almost want to utilize more of it. You know, that will come through rotations, I guess, because, I mean, what formation are you going to start with, more than 3 central mid from DM to attacking midfields, that shadow striker. So, no, we're good. We're good with that. Impressed with Cuadrado. He's barely declining too much. Consider he's a 35-year-old. Those stamina, dribbling, but no, he's really holding his attributes. Dribbling, that is still a 16. You start to think about it in terms of current ability. Verratti, he's only 2.5 star there because we know we can put him at a deep line playmaker. And we might put personalize. He could actually play that really well, and said that through his attributes. Not much of an attacking threat, but yeah, deep line playmaker. His attributes suit that so well. And this 11, I mean, it's looking the good. We know Kian and Adeyemi, past experiences. Adeyemi, he had a great season. Again, all awards to his name. You love to see it. Signing of the season. Ruggeri's just going to play more games, blood him even more. I think he could have his final year of high. He's 21, so when is he going to stop having that really strong development and get 22, 23 maybe? But I think we're looking good. Let's submit the team and get into the match. Yeah, and to get revenge, kick off a new season. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready for this. Strong subs bench and the 11. Let's go. We've got a mix of strength and youth, or younger guys. And, oh yeah, Milan, they signed Morata. It'll be interesting to see how he goes. He killed it for us. But at the same time, Adeyemi has as well. So is it just us set up as well for that? Yeah, that striker to bang in goals. We can't dispute that he's got great attributes. That's for sure. But Ruggeri whips it in. It feels like just more of the same, doesn't it? What a great start, guys. Adeyemi scoring. It's all we know. Ruggeri, great whipped in cross. He's going to start to lift up his performance levels, most definitely. What a great start. Now, Theo Hernandez. Let's not get too excited because they could be a threat. We know AC Milan are very good and Morata comes back to cause the pain. Of course that had to happen. But our own striker scored, so we couldn't have both of them most likely, but anyway. Definitely not playing the same role. Cuadrado. We get so much through him. Even if I say he's held on his attributes considering his age, but the fact is he's still getting older. Can he perform? Can he still perform at those levels? Moise Kean, he wants to compete as well. He wants to try. I'm not sure if we're going to have that. I'm just saying that right now. I don't know. It's hard to know, I guess, if he feels like he needs to compete, if he needs to compete with Adeyemi or just they're working well together. But Cuadrado, Yeah, no, let's not question him. At least not early in the season. He might tire later. We have to see. But look how early it is. How early? Whew. Definitely going to praise, but yeah, 3 goals. 3 goals this early in the game. Foden to Cuadrado. That's a good ball. He probably should have put that home, I'd say. It's a good chance. With Verratti. That's probably, yeah, that was the opportunity. And AC Milan, they're looking ever dangerous themselves, but Szczesny. So a couple guys, you say like Szczesny, Cuadrado, Bonucci as well. Is there, I guess, definitely De Ligt will start ahead of him, but then, yeah, see how Inacio goes. Demiral, that's what I mean, we've got a really good squad. And now Adeyemi, you got to finish this. Like, yeah, he's those, like, he does that coolly. He does that so cool. He didn't feel like it was a pressure situation 1-on-1. Just looks so cool against the goalkeeper. And Cuadrado, again, a deadly ball from him. How good has he been? And look, maybe because he had so much space, did that easy. Felt like Adeyemi opened it up. There wasn't many defenders near him. So that 1-on-1 was a true 1-on-1. Okay, shouts. Chuck a praise. We're doing well, guys. And they've got a corner. Imagine making it 4. Ready for a deadly season ahead of us. Adeyemi was excited. You like to see that, though, especially when we're 2 goals to the good. You really like to see that confidence. Yeah, we're starting off well. I mean, that looked like it's going to be called. And VAR. No, it's a goal awarded. Okay, it counts. We look at, yeah. It looked legit, but then just how, when it looks like it's going to be VAR called. Yeah, they were going to look at it. Let's go. You can see us, yeah. I was going to say we're in control. But it's like, it's only by the single goal now. Let's see if we can open things up. Just look at the class. I think it's just what I see. We got Verratti, Pedri, and Foden centrally in that midfield. That's some quality. Definitely technical quality. Maybe get some early predictions. Yeah, what are strikers? Kian and Adeyemi. How much goals do you think we can score with them this season? Tonali, they find that ball through though, Morata. Obviously, he and Szczesny would have had a decent amount in training when Morata was with us. So, knows his style. And Adeyemi, Foden. See how then we also open up Cuadrado. And that probably should have been a 4th for us. Here we go. One more, we start to feel a bit more comfortable again. And it is. Karim Adeyemi. Decent start. But it's no surprise. It's no surprise that he's got a hat-trick in 60 minutes. Because our midfield and even Ruggeri popping forward as well. Another threat. We're just going to have chances aplenty for him this season. They've even felt pressure. You can see the bookings they've got here. We're sitting in a good position. So I think we take a look at Chiesa. Chiesa coming off. Damsgaard, see that rotation there. The good thing, look, Pedri, Foden, they can rotate within the wings as well and maybe go where Damsgaard goes. But yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Verratti, we want to get a look at Camavinga, so we'll make that change. Let's go. Final 30 minutes. 2 goals in head and just, yeah, okay, we're good. Pedri. Damsgaard, let's see. I wonder if he can step up to a next level this season. Remember when we signed him at the start? We thought he could become something special. Okay. Win this. Inacio. Cuadrado. Patient. Another one just to kill it off. Or you can give away possession to give him a chance, Either way, whatever you prefer, lads. Go about it. In whichever way you find best. Your choice. Oh, that's nice. Cuadrado, he's still providing in that role. He's still providing. That would have been another assist to his name. Yeah, I think we're ready. We're ready to just make that final change. How about it? We've got I can be so. Are you guys the same? You just they're like your favorites. Like Indio, you see, he's clearly not the level. Yeah, definitely not with Pedri. We just compare him again. We saw him enough, but yeah, you want to see him do well. That's where we're at with him. Might play favorites a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with how we're looking against Milan today. I wouldn't say they've looked a threat in this half. One more goal by them could make it a bit nervy for us. But like I said near the beginning of this game, like I think we could attack and be a threat for them. And yeah, we would be more dangerous, I think. Now there goes Giroud up front. They got some names, but Giroud, what, this far in? Oh, now Kian. Could he get on the score sheet? Could he get on the score sheet? No. Well, get another goal. Get another goal. Adeyemi's already getting away from him a little bit. Damsgaard. Ooh, that's looked like a neat delivery. Oh, here he is. Endul. Ooh, a bit of a safe shot, I'd say. But yeah, it does appear like we're playing it out. Especially later in this second half, we've made it, it's looked good for us. Will AC Milan get one right at the end? That's what we're about to find out. Or do we deal with this? No, Ruggeri, just play out. Yeah, that little knock. It won't be anything major. It'll be one of those few days type injuries if he does get one at the end of the game. Or after the game, more specifically. When we get that report. But the fact of this chance taking quite a while. Oh, Morata. He just knows how to score. He knows how to score here, right? So that's a really good signing when you base of how this save has gone. How good AC Milan, especially in the first half of last season, their defending was... Remember I did that update. They had 14 games, only 2 goals conceded. Now they're adding Morata into the mix. And the fact, as I said, in this save, he's been deadly for us. Oh my God, we've got to be careful. We could have thought about going defensive. Sidetracked about reviewing Milan, but we're going to go... Wait, Milan, that's a red card? Clover right at there. That happened like so quickly, but okay, we'll take it. Yeah, we get the win. So we'll go in. Nice work, everyone. We did what we had to do. So there we go. Napoli beat Roma as well. I don't even know how to take that. I don't know who's going to be more of the danger for the season. Something we'll find out. Ruggeri, his injury, yeah, you predict that with that little knock. But yeah, what a start was that by Adeyemi. As I said, just picking up where he left off last season. We're excited for it. So we'll just finish off on the squad after, you saw the transfers, saw how we went in the first game. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoy it, and maybe this could be our Champions League season. Let me know if you think it can be. I think it can. I'll see you guys next time.